The legend, Ellis Dragon.
Am I crazy? They called Nikola Tesla crazy. Tesla did lose his mind and fall in love with one of his pigeons, which I would never do, although I do have a hawk. But I'm not attracted to it.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go and actually take a look at another popular streaming show on Netflix. This one is called Unstable. Now, Unstable, when actually premiered in March of 2023, has 8 episodes, and each episode is roughly about 25 minutes apiece. You might ask yourself, who's this for? Well, this is a comedy, and it's kind of like situational one-liner type of deals. Think in the realm of like Arrested Development is really what kind of comes to mind as far as the type of comedy, the way that they go at it, various different one-liners that you go and actually hear. You don't even catch everything because they're just always zinging them off over there. Now, it's not as complex as Arrested Development, but that's really where I believe the target audience will go ahead and actually really kind of figure out what type of comedy this is. The story goes like this, is that in a biological research company, a son with social problems is forced to work for the company of his father, an extremely eccentric and exotic man, to save him from disaster. Given the storyline and the type of comedy that this is, I'm going to classify myself as a main here because I like these types of comedies. These are funny to me. And I'll go ahead and actually do right by you casuals. Just go ahead and actually point out a couple things that maybe casuals maybe like, don't like, what have you. If that sounds all right to you, go ahead and actually click like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. But let's get into this review. So, the father-son duo of Ellis and Jackson Dragon, respectively, are played by real-life father and son Rob and John Owen Lowe. And off top, they actually must be hilarious to be around because if this movie is any indication, their back and forth that they have is hilarious. You can kind of see it. They have that chemistry. They like being around each other. You just feel that off top. In this show, Ellis's wife has died a while ago. He and his son Jackson didn't always get along, and their mother was kind of like the mediator. With her gone, there's no one help them communicate with each other, and so it really doesn't go and actually help is that Ellis is to the far side of eccentric, but he's also a genius and a rich man. So even when he has eccentricities, people kind of allow it because he makes people money. So he kind of goes with that, and he kind of likes no matter what he does, it just kind of comes out golden. That's kind of hard for the son. And then when you think about it, because of how successful he is and the mindset that he is, he wants his son Jackson to be just like him. Now, Jackson is actually a genius himself, but he has a more practical outlook on life. He's, a little bit more status quo than his father is. Now, Ellis is actually deeper off his rocker than as usual since his wife passed, and his tech company might be in danger of being taken over because of him not being able to go ahead and actually work and do the usual production that he's usually able to do. But Jackson could actually be the person that might be able to actually help his father out if he can go ahead and actually get through to him. So their dynamic is funny, as I said before. It's very stereotypical of like a father wants his son to be like him, and the son wants to live his own life. But it's, of course, while they're different, they're also the same. It's kind of like the different side of the same coin. And there's genuine funny communication between the two as far as like misunderstandings or things that kind of go back for them in history and all that kind of stuff. And it just works.
I walked a mile in your shoes today, Jackson. I lived in the shadow of a god.
Oh, nice. You almost made it through a whole day without comparing yourself to a god.
Now, the ancillary characters are fun to watch too. The CFO, Anna, is played by Sian Clifford, and is like the only person that's really trying to hold the company together. And she's kind of like the Angela from Office. She has that kind of personality. And so that is actually, funny when you compare it to like Rob Lowe's character and how he's just kind of like so out there, eccentric or whatever, and she's trying to hold it down and be rational, what have you. But she has some funny parts to her, as you can kind of imagine. And then there's like the scientists, Luna and Ruby, played by Rachel Marsh and Emma Ferreira, respectively. And they're a funny duo. They're almost like a real-life version of Johnny Test's twin sisters. If you remember that cartoon from back in the early 2000s, they're actually almost like a real-life version of them. It's actually funny. And the other thing that kicks with that is like a subplot is that they both are kind of seemingly attracted to Jackson, the son. So there's that, and they kind of keep on going with that. And then there are other people that are fun in their roles, and it really, I think the side characters are really good at what they're doing.
Time to slay the dragon.
You need to stop going after Ellis.
Never.
Scarf.
Did you just say scoff?
That's how you scarf.
No, it's not.
Scoff.
Yeah, I'm the idiot here.
Now, casuals that may go and actually get turned off to this comedy are going to be ones that, if you're not in line with like one-liners, quick scenes, things going like this at a breakneck pace, this may not be a comedy that you jive with. Because they go ahead and actually they fly them jokes out, and whether they land or not, you just keep on going, and you have to go and actually deal with it. And some people that can go and actually turn people off on some types of comedies. Now, everything is done for the sake of comedy in here, so it's kind of like there's not really much in the way of drama to kind of offset. So if you're looking for something that will give you kind of like even pacing between like drama or serious scenes versus comedy, there's not much of that here. Sometimes it can be overkill for a fan, for someone who's not a fan of comedy, and so you really have to go and actually be tuned in for that. Joke after joke can be exhausting. If you're more about setups or highbrow comedy, this may also not be for you, because this picks some low-hanging fruit here and there. There are just some types of scenes or what have you, the comedy that it might not vibe with you if you're kind of like, maybe you're more akin to like British comedy or dry humor, that type of thing on there. I mean, there's some things in here like that, but not a lot. That's what I figure, like some of you casuals kind of tune in on that. But let's really go ahead and actually get to it. What's my verdict for this? For main target audiences, I'm going to go and actually say binge it out. It's 8 episodes at 25 minutes apiece. There are quick scenes and scenarios. You barely know that you're in a scene or in a show on there before it's like done and over with. There's a good chemistry with the leads and the ancillary characters, so you got that, and it really seems organic. It seems like these people really liked working with each other. All of this tells me that the main target audiences will really eat this series up, because you binge it out and it's just hilarious. For casuals, I'm going to say watch 1 episode. The chemistry and introduction to all the main characters happens in 1 episode, so you kind of get that. You don't have to watch a second one to go and actually get that feel for it. The interactions and comedy are on full display in 1 episode, and you'll be able to kind of tell after 1 episode if this is for you. But for all intents and purposes, again, my main viewers, main target audiences, go and actually binge out that first season. For casuals, go and actually watch 1 episode. And that's what I have for Unstable on Netflix.
I'm really excited to try the butt stuff you taught me.
No, it's not butt stuff in the classic sense. It's more of a way of using your butt to make you feel good. Like a way of using your butt to help you achieve. God damn it, Dad.
Look at you. You stayed the entire time. I appreciate you. Love it, love it, love it. Do me a favor. Click, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. If I wouldn't actually just went and she gave you even 1 smile today. Or you can even do me a bigger help and go ahead and actually watch one of these videos that the algorithm suggests for you. But until the next time, my next upload, I'll holler at you. Take care of yourself.